Welcome back to State of Decay 2 and the Salt of the Earth. Today's a little bit of a special day for me. Undead Labs is actually going to start hosting me in about half an hour. I've got no idea if that's actually going to have much of an impact on my audience or not, but you know, I'm looking forward to it. So we are back in my sort of forever community that I created to sort of collect as much stuff as I can to either, you know, to share with other players when I play co-op, in the rare case that I actually do play co-op. And right here, we've got a guy who wants to join my community. So let's see what he has to offer. Okay, so, oh, he's a cook with decent, just middle-of-the-road traits. Now, how much space do I have in this community? I've got 8 characters. So I'm starting to butt up against the limit here. And I don't think... Is a cook what I really need? You know what? Yes. I feel like the one thing that I wanted to be able to make that I was missing was nutritious snacks. And, oh yeah, of course you all can't see the 5th skills on these characters. But there we go. But yeah, I think the thing I am missing is a cook. So yeah, Jonathan? Welcome to the community. So maybe we'll play with Jonathan a little bit later. Right now, though, I've got a score to settle. Last session, Preston here nearly died. He just got completely demolished trying to take out a plague heart. But he got it most of the way down. So I think I'm going to ride out there with Ashley here and see if we can finish the job. So it was this plague heart down here. And she's actually over-equipped for it, because I'm pretty sure it has a very, very small amount of health left. So this shouldn't be a big deal. But we'll get down there and find out. Giora is suggesting that if this is really my forever community, that I should probably try to get a Red Talon Gut Packer into it. That's an okay idea. I think that in this particular case, I'm not really treating this as quote-unquote my, like, real community. I'm thinking of this as being sort of my backup support community. So if I'm going to have Red Talon characters, I think I'd actually rather have them in a community that I feel like is more like my official playthrough. And this is kind of not it. This is sort of like a little sideline community that they sort of like watch on the sidelines, watch my main community go, but they're here to just sort of chill and relax. So at some point pretty soon, I'm going to need to start an official new, like, nightmare campaign. I've completed one nightmare campaign so far, which was just barely, within my reach. And I'd like to do it again, but after that one nightmare run, I kind of needed to take a break and do something that was a little bit less intimidating. So let's destroy as many of these people as we can. Oh gosh, what was that? Oh, good thing I'm in Dread and not Nightmare. I did not see that bloater at all. Hi, I'm really bad at shooting things. Oh, wait, this is a gunslinger. Haha, I don't have to be bad at shooting things. I did not see that bloater. Did you guys see that bloater? Did it spawn on me? Because that is something we've been trying to solve lately. I'll have to watch this video back and see. I'm going to have to watch this video back and see if that bloater was visible, because I didn't see it.
What a wonderful smell we've discovered.
Okay, let's just see if this is enough. Haha, yup. Well, that was easy. Let's just grab everything. Almost everything. Let's put the rest of this in the van. Good, the van has aired out a little bit. So average Twitch user is suggesting that I move my cam. I'm not sure how old that comment is though, and what I was getting in the way of. But I've moved it again. We'll see. We'll see if that ends up being useful. I don't. So one thing that I wish we had put more effort into was planning where streamers would stick their faces while streaming our game, because there really is. There's important stuff on every corner of our screen, depending on what you're doing. Sometimes the important stuff is on the lower left when you're looking at the minimap or your health. Sometimes the important stuff is in the lower right when you're evaluating characters' skills. Sometimes it's in the upper right when you want to know other things about a character's identity, like their names. Sometimes it's in the upper left if you want to know how many resources I have. And that's kind of a mess, right? I mean, I mean, I don't know. It could be worse. But, I mean, usually I stick in the lower right most of the time. But then, like earlier when I was trying to evaluate, what 5th skills I needed in my community, you couldn't see what I saw until I moved my face. There's so many play examples. It's kind of ridiculous. Awesome Twitch dude, I said nothing of the kind. Awesome Twitch dude is trying to put words in my mouth that I did not say. By the way, Awesome Twitch dude, I do have my iPad queued up with a copy of Deer Hunter Classic, which we will play at some point on my stream since you spent channel points and requested it. But probably not this session because I'm specifically being hosted by the studio to play State of Decay 2. Okay, Raneth Court just posted a clip that says the bloater was there the whole time. That's comforting because I would hate to have suddenly discovered that our ongoing war against road bloaters had hit a problem. But yeah, so it turns out I just didn't notice it. There were so many zombies around, I just didn't see that it was there. Okay, so I've only got like a little tiny bit of space left in my inventory. Is that going to be enough? No, there are a couple of different containers here, so I'm probably not going to be able to take everything out of here. Oh, that's nice. Oh, wait, no, let's not search that. I don't want to suddenly darken the icon and forget that there's stuff here. So, let's load this up. Yeah, okay, we got everything stacked up that we need to. Now, oh, who's this? We got a survivor in need? I like survivors in need. Let's go help a survivor in need. I mean, they're right here, right? And wait, where are they exactly? Hold on. How do I get to where this person is? How do maps work? Okay, here we go. So Awesome Twitch Dude is asking if Deer Hunter Classic is the one I worked on. Yeah, so when I worked on it, it was called Deer Hunter 2014. But when they came out with Deer Hunter 2018, 4 years later, they renamed 2014 to Deer Hunter Classic. So now it's called Deer Hunter Classic. That was the one I worked on. I mostly worked on it in pre-production. I left and I soon afterwards joined Undead Labs before Deer Hunter 2014 shipped. But one of my other colleagues at Undead Labs actually did work on 2014 all the way through ship. Brian Giammi was sort of behind the balance of the guns and things like that in that Deer Hunter game. Ooh, she's trying to find her daughter.
I'm glad to hear it.
Let's go find your daughter. So where's the last known location of your daughter? 500 meters away? How close is the nearest? Can I drop off some stuff first? How close is my nearest outpost? Nowhere. I've got space for a new outpost, though, so maybe I should plant one. What kind of resources do I need here? I've got a bunch of ammo. I don't have a meds outpost yet, so let's go claim this place as an outpost so I can drop off my stuff, and then we'll go find your daughter. Because my grocery shopping is more important than your offspring. You gotta have priorities. Nightmaker, Twitch user. No spoilers.
Location is secure, guys.
If my family is happy, then I'm happy.
Alright, let's drop off some of this garbage. 31 plague samples. It's ridiculous. Okay, so I'll keep some fire in case I need it. And then let's grab some more items out of the back. Drop off our rucksack. Let's actually use this fuel. I think we've got, yeah, plenty of space in the fuel tank. You can't see the fuel tank because of where my head is, but I promise it's important for me to fill this fuel tank. All right, let's drop off some more stuff. Saw blade, sword, backpack, toolkit, knife, shotgun. All right, and I'll... You know what? Yeah, let's search this place while we're here. Might as well. Wait a minute. What is... Wait. What is that container? Oh, there it is. Okay, I was like, what's going on here? Get character into hole. Okay, there we go. Yeah, more meds. Let's drop that off in the Vandito. Anarchy Lad is like, with the mum just standing there saying, are you going to be long? Yeah, she's like, are we there yet?
Nice-ish.
Oh, got some... Oh, that was probably some magic ammo. Oh, wait, no, it wasn't. Oh, sorry. I thought that was 5... Oh, nope, that was 7.62. Never mind. I thought I was going to have an example of magic ammo, but I thought that was picking up 5.56, and I was not. Let's grab this one.
And nope.
Cool. Okay. Drop off the stuff I don't need or want. All right, let's go. On to find your certainly alive daughter. Awesome Twitch Dude asks, could Undead Labs work on State of Decay 2 until State of Decay 3 comes out? That would be the dream. There's a lot of different sort of priority type decisions that we would have to make surrounding that, so I can't make you any promises about exactly how long State of Decay 2 is going to be supported relative to the release of the next game. But I would certainly like to. That sounds like a lot of fun. It certainly sounds like, you know, it would be good for our audience to continue having new reasons to continue play State of Decay 2. Oh no! You know, leading up to the release of State of Decay 3. But I can't make any promises about that. You know, that's a complicated decision that we're not only gonna, you know, that we're gonna have to keep making over time. Like, oh man, this is really sad.
Kick my own ass for that.
I got your daughter's stuff. You want it?
I can't believe this is happening.
She was saving candy for her daughter? Oh, that's so sad. Anarchy Lad says, if only you hadn't stopped for supplies. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that outcome was determined no matter what. There was no timer on that mission, but
Fuck me.
one of my favorite things is actually when players make up stuff like that. When, you know,
Can't everywhere be this quiet.
a mission goes a certain way just because it was scripted to go that way, but they assume it's because of their own behavior. Whenever players make our game more complex and interesting than it actually is, that makes me happy. Oh, Granite Heart asks, is suggesting that it would be cool if luxury items actually gave some benefit when they were in your supply locker. Like if you've collected a bunch of luxuries, and basically right now the only purpose to luxury items is selling them. That's it. There's only the one thing. There's no really real decision to make. It's just next time you get the opportunity to sell them, you should, and that's it. But there are players, including Granite Heart here, who have suggested, and I think this is a really good suggestion, who've suggested that it might be nice if there was some benefit to keeping them around your actual community. If you could either, you know, say, consume them in order to create temporary morale bonuses or stuff like that. So if there was something that you could do along those lines, that would feel pretty good. And I agree. I think that would actually be pretty cool. No promises about whether we'll do it, but I agree that would be an improvement on the system. So I'm reading the chat and therefore hitting cars with my car. I'm trying to read your name, Mozotrack. I really dislike. Am I just Austin Powers into this position now? Okay. Sorry. Sometimes Twitch will put a color of name against a backdrop that just makes it completely illegible, and that is very annoying to me. So I can read your name now, Mozotrack. Says suggesting that I drop the chef's knife. It's the most useless thing in the game. It takes up trunk space. I agree, but I'm also like obsessive about collecting every single possible thing. Now, the one thing that I will just drop is snacks, because I am a sort of thoughtless player who never thinks to use snacks, and so therefore snacks are wasted on me. And so and I also just, the way that snacks work in our game is not my favorite thing. The whole idea, oh crap, I'm losing supplies. I keep forgetting that I need to spend these things. Which ones do I have too much of? Looks like meds, materials, and food. Let's do this real quick. Let's get our meds down by making some good stuff. Now, materials, I guess I could mulch them into parts. Wait, do I have like a CNC mill or anything like that? I'm trying to remember. Was CNC mill the one that let you do better salvaging into parts? I think it might have been. Oh well, I'm not going to worry about it right now. Let's just mulch materials into parts. Get down to 35. And I think I might have too much fuel as well. Was it fuel? Yeah, I can only hold 70 fuel. Let's just make a whole bunch of stuff. Let's make some... Ooh. Thermite grenades. And fuel bombs. And thermite grenades. And fuel bombs. And thermite grenades. And fuel bombs. Okay. Anyway, so one of the things that State of Decay 2, trades on is verisimilitude, right? It's the idea that the game feels like, obviously it's a game. There's a lot of stuff about it that's really fake or, like abstracted. Like, I've got a, undifferentiated rucksack of fuel that is using for all things that are vaguely fuel-like. Oh, I forgot to empty the back of the van. I thought I should just go do that. Anyway, just, I've got an undifferentiated backpack of things that are vaguely fuel-like. That'll be used for anything from fueling a car to cooking to making Molotovs. In the real world, that's not how it would work. But whatever, so we skip a lot of steps. But there's a certain sort of baseline authenticity, sense of authenticity that we kind of have to hit in order for players to be compelled by the fantasy of the game. And the way we use snacks drives me crazy. It's been there since the beginning of the franchise. But the whole idea that, like, I don't know, when you're playing a video game that is trying to satisfy a particular player fantasy, you want your decision-making in the game to be roughly aligned with the decision-making you think you would actually do in real life. Like, for instance, that undifferentiated rucksack of fuel. Just the idea that I need to go collect fuel to do these activities, that's real. Now, the way it actually works, the nitty-gritty details of how it works in the game aren't very close to reality. But the theory, the vague theory of what you're doing is pretty aligned with reality. I mean, that is, what you have to do. You do have to get fuel to do these activities. So the game, it sort of hits that sort of baseline authenticity, that baseline verisimilitude. What am I doing? Oh, right. I thought I was... yeah. I was going to go back. It's far away. Anyway, we sort of hit that with things like, say, fuel rucksacks. The snack system, though, makes no sense with reality. There's like the idea that when you're fighting a zombie and you're getting tired, the thing you need to do is like eat a bag of chips in the middle of combat in order to get a quick burst of energy to keep fighting. There is nothing like that in reality. Like, when you imagine the reality of fighting zombies or surviving the zombie apocalypse, there is no moment where you would just suddenly ingest something in order to be able to fight a little bit longer. Like, that's just not a thing. And so it drives me crazy. Actually, I'm not going to need fire anytime soon. Let's open up another slot in my inventory. It drives me crazy that that's how it works. And so not only am I just sort of bad at remembering to use snacks in the moment, and therefore I don't usually value them very highly because I just know I'm not going to use them. But also, it's just I want to pretend that system isn't in the game because it just drives me so up the wall that's how we've decided to solve this problem. Awesome Twitch Dude suggests that this might be true of spinach in the Popeye universe. So yeah, our game makes a great Popeye game. It's very accurate to the Popeye cinematic universe, but it's not actually accurate to the type of, the version of reality that a lot of players are thinking of.
I'll try not to get killed next time.
Wow, this is a nice place. If you're going to have a bonanza, have it be at a military site like this. Wow.
So what if our whole civilization crumbles? We'll just have to build another one.
All right, that's the backpack. Where did I put my car? That's over here. Outlandish points out that they actually tend to...
Please tell me you haven't forgotten what we talked about.
They tend to actually avoid... Oh no, the road hikers. Looting houses at all because there's multiple furniture items that tend to sort of trip you up while you're scavenging them. Yeah, I've recognized that too. There's a few, particularly dressers, wardrobes, and things like that tend, not every time, but that tend to cause that problem. The problem is, I think in a lot of those cases, it's a very local problem. It's just has to do with random details with how the items are arranged in the level, and so fixing all of those, I think, would be very difficult. And so, whenever I see one and I'm in a position to write a bug for it, I do write a bug for it, and we just sort of slowly fix individual instances of them. But yeah, that it is an annoying problem. I agree. So Scott Lannon asks, what would you want snacks to be used for? Well, so I think my ideal version of this is actually really close to, oh man, what's it called? There's an upcoming game, indie game, that I think did a very good job of handling the idea of food and snacks in this kind of setting. It's called, I don't want to get it wrong. I think it's called The Last Stand. I'm going to look it up on Steam. It's The Last Stand something. The Last Stand Aftermath. It's The Last Stand Aftermath. So it was available briefly. It had a demo during one of those Steam festivals, and I tried it out. And basically the way it works is they've got a fatigue system very similar to ours, where you've got down there you can see. Now this is a bloater injury that's giving me fatigue, but if I had stayed out for too long, my character would start to lose maximum stamina. And would need to go home and rest in order to get it back. Basically, they have eating food in the field as a solution, not to a short-term stamina loss because you're just in the middle of fighting, you just swung your weapons too many times and you need a very quick burst of energy. Instead, they use it to solve the long-term fatigue problem. And so you've got a stamina meter that you can just use consistently all the time in combat. And it works fine, but it slowly gets smaller. It gets shorter over time, the way that ours does. And then food is used in the field to buff that up. And I also like the idea of, say, stimulants or something like that being used to just sort of max it out, to make stamina irrelevant, give you sort of infinite stamina for a certain amount of time, and then have it wear off and cost you fatigue. Stuff like that, like stuff that feels a little bit more like the way the real world works, where, food is a solution to a long-term energy problem. It's not a solution to a short-term energy problem. Yeah, so that I would prefer it to work some way like that.
That's a lot of stuff.
So we just did I leave anything half searched here? I don't think I did. Okay. Oh, wow. So Habitual Bell says, I always get stuck on the stairs at the mossy house by the farm in Meager Valley. Well, that is a very specific memory of where you get stuck. I'm kind of impressed, actually. That's making me want to check that out. The mossy house by the farm, huh? Maybe I can write a bug on that. If I can replicate it.
I'll feel bad about that when I have time later.
What else is around here?
No sight nor scent of Zeds. The place has been bled dry. Time to move on.
Bled dry. What a weird way to talk about things. Outlandish, if it really is a step forward that's causing that issue, then yeah, you're right that there might be sort of a universal fix for the sort of getting stuck on containers issue. I haven't paid enough attention to precisely what happens to the character model in that moment, so I can't say whether or not that's actually causing the problem or if it's just sort of a side symptom. But yeah, if there is a universal thing that's causing the problem, you're right that yeah, that would be a good thing to fix. I would love to, somebody. Let me take a note. Maybe somebody should investigate that. Investigate getting caught on containers. Sure. Let's dump out our backpack. I'm collecting so much stuff. I'm gonna have so many signal antennas to give people. It's gonna be great. Who am I giving these to? I never play co-op. I don't know. It's just fun to imagine it. Oh, so Sata Hotpot wants to know who our lead artist is. Our lead artist is Brant Fitzgerald. So, if you follow him on Twitter, he doesn't post a bunch of, extra art stuff. He mostly, he mostly posts wry humor on Twitter. But, if you follow him, he is a good follow. He's pretty funny. If his humor gets a little dark sometimes. Yeah, Sata Hotpot is like, no way, really? It's Brant? Yeah, so we've had a few different art directors over time. Mostly it was Doug Williams for a really long time, but he's left the company to go and follow his passion of being a Hollywood concept artist, which he actually was. He was, the entire time he worked on Undead Labs, he was also a Hollywood concept artist, but now he's off doing it full time. So, yeah, excited for him. And then after him, we had Kevin Punn, who is really good. He's the one who sort of established the style of our the art that whenever you're popping up the patch notes, whenever there's a new update and you pop up the patch notes and you sort of can read through them in the middle of the game, there's art that appears behind those, and he developed the style of that art, and it's all really good. I use it for my desktop on my computer quite a bit. It's really nice stuff. So yeah, He's a really good art director, but he has moved on to a different project inside the studio. So,
We found everything we can possibly find.
So after Kevin Punn, it's Brant Fitzgerald now. So Brant is our art director, and yeah, he is really good. I love his work. Looking forward to you all seeing the stuff that he's been doing for the next update, which is currently unannounced, but it's gonna be cool.
Anyone out there can hear this? I wouldn't mind an assist.
Okay, so this character is very, very tired now. So we're gonna, not only does she have gas inhalation from that bloater, but she's also just legit tired for other reasons. So we're gonna get her home with all of her gear, and we're gonna see what the state of our supply locker is. Nightmaker wants to know if we can make Lily Ritter older in State of Decay 3. The thing the prerequisite to making decisions like that, of course, would be knowing when the next game takes place, which is something that we have not announced anything about. So I certainly could not tell you anything about what might be happening with Lily in the sequel, because we have not revealed the first thing about that game. So conversation I can't even have. Habitual Bell asks, are we adding more cosmetic items to the game, or are you just noticing things? That's it. We've got so many different character models, it's just hundreds of them, that it is entirely possible to play the game for years and not see some of them and still be surprised, which is really fun. I mean, that took a lot of work by our character art team, but yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff that even I probably haven't seen in a long time. I mean, especially because, when you play the game a while, it's like you tend to sort of get into a particular set of characters or a long-term community, and those are the people whose outfits you're going to see the most. Out of storage. We're going to be out of storage on all of these. But this time I'm going to remember to make room by making a bunch of consumables.
And that's done. Make 'em last.
Okay, we've dropped all that off. I forgot to stop by the infestation first, but before we do anything, let's see. Yeah, we're just over on everything except for food. So, okay, let's go ahead and... Okay, I just remembered, I can craft C4 charges now. I should absolutely do so until my ammo is down. Wait, is it ammo that you used to make these? Let's see. Oh no, it's just chemicals and circuitry. I didn't realize we didn't use ammo for this at all. Well then it's useless for me to be doing that. Oh, hello.
I need a breather.
Okay, this character's really tired. Hey everybody, can you help out? Oh, yes. Apparently we have a shit trader. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, just die. Okay. Okay, well, I think she's about done. Let's switch to a different character. Oh, Preston's recovered. That's nice. But you know what? We should try out Jonathan. He's the new guy. Let's get him all equipped and take him out. Oh, wait. Before we do that, we need to finish consuming all of our extra resources.
Someone in charge by now?
Doop, da doop, doop, doop. Oh my gosh. We have so much fire. I feel like doing that. Never mind. Oh, let's see here. Let me catch up with the chat here. Do 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 do. Elvis Freshly says, you guys have fixed most of the vehicle spawning. I used to get loads of vans. Now they're a lot harder to come by. All my vehicles are full of rucks except my police cruiser. Yeah, so this, what I'm doing right now, it takes some time, but it actually is sort of, this is closer to what we had in mind when it comes to, so this takes parts, that's right. When it comes to how you use resources, the idea of just sort of like storing a zillion resources in cars outside your base is just not what we imagined people were going to be doing when we planned these systems. We thought people were going to be spending their supplies on stuff, and that there wouldn't be much call for just storing infinite amounts of supplies in cars. But players have showed us that what we predict is not necessarily what's going to happen. So, you know, that's fine. My whole philosophy is, you know, when you find out what players want to do, sometimes if the players are not enjoying what they're doing, sometimes you do need to change the systems to encourage them to do something else. But if they are enjoying the way they're playing, then maybe the best thing is to actually just lean into it and try to make the game more friendly towards that behavior. Now, there's not always a good way to do that. Like, there isn't necessarily a good way to make, you know, infinite storage a thing in the game. But if there is a good way to do it, a lot of times that's going to be worth it. Okay, oh wait, I wanted to re-equip this dude. That's right. So, yeah. So this guy, he's got this, oh, he's got a sniper rifle. That's not too bad. Let's give him some ammo for this sniper rifle. But then let's get him a sidearm that's going to be a little bit more useful moment to moment. Okay, so this rifle, this can be suppressed, right? So let's... So, day to day, something with a decent capacity, 9mm, very common ammo type. Yeah, let's go with that, and let's manufacture ourselves a couple of. Not that. Not that. This. Let's manufacture ourselves a couple of suppressors. Okay, we've got a couple of suppressors on this stuff. Again, I never use snacks, but I do use fire. I've got so much fire. It's ridiculous. Okay, we'll give him some fire. And then let's give him a better melee weapon. All right, I think this guy's ready to go now.
Maybe we should reevaluate this relationship.
All right, so let me catch up. Let's see if I don't know if I missed anything in the chat here. Sorry, was I even okay? Yeah, Scott Landon was using the emoji that tells me that I missed something in the chat. I don't know what it was though. Sorry there, Scott Landon. Oh yeah, I forgot that there was before we go, there was a trader, right? Just down the hill? Okay, yeah, let's grab some things to sell. What kind of trader is he? Medicine trader. Oh, that could be interesting. All right, let's come in here and grab any luxuries we've picked up. Which is not many luxuries. This one. And sure, we'll sell a note. Do I have any duplicate ammo presses or anything I don't care about? This stuff all looks normal. Maybe I only sell the one thing. One thing I definitely should do is break down some weapon parts, which is done here. Oh, Scott Landon says people were asking about the Undead Labs stream. Yeah, so there is no official Undead Labs stream today. Instead, Undead Labs is planning to host me. I'm not sure if they're hosting. They should be hosting me already. I'm not sure if they are or not. That's not easy for me to check while I'm also trying to maintain the stream. But hopefully they've gotten on it. Okay, so first things first. We'll take care of this situation. Can we see the screamer from here? It's a fairly young infestation, so there should only be one screamer. Hello.
I just dropped off some shit I found while I was out.
Oh, there's the screamer. Ha-ha! Worth getting hit by that zombie to take out that screamer like that. Okay, one zombie left in this infestation. There he is. Hello. All right. Infestation taken care of. Let's head back and hit that trader. Oh, hello. Hello, friend zombie. Oh, ow! Yikes, that was quick. Let's Okay, anyway, let's get back down there. Spirit Shaman says, why are survivors who used to be blonde or redheads now all... Why do they all have brown hair? That's not something I've observed. I didn't think that anyone's hair color had changed. I mean, I know that occasionally we've had issues with our hair shader that made the hair look wrong colors. In fact, I think I've seen some of those things recently, but I hadn't think anyone had changed colors. That's a thing. That's a new idea to me. I haven't heard about that. All right, let's go talk to this person here. Looks like I got people gifting each other subscriptions to my channel, which I appreciate. Thank you very much. All right, so first off, let's sell you weird garbage I don't need. And then I could buy these, but... Okay, what all do you have here? Fancy strong painkillers wouldn't be a bad thing to have extra of. Sanitizing machine. Improves recovery from blood plague infection. Cast making kit. We learned what that does in a previous video. Okay, so these both do about the same thing. Medicine textbook. You know what? I don't feel like I really need any of this stuff. I can't quite craft strong painkillers yet, but I think I'm going to get there. So I think I'm not going to buy anything from this guy. I just got the influence from him, which is good enough. It's valuable. Okay, so Undead Labs must be hosting me because I now have 79 people watching, and that is a larger number than I typically have. So welcome, anyone who just joined us. I think we are getting... How long have I been streaming this? Has it been like half an hour? Maybe a little bit? No, it's been... Well, okay, when I first started streaming, I was just vacuuming my office, which was a little different from running an actual State of Decay 2 stream. So, I don't know, maybe we've got 10, 15 minutes more in this session before I sort of do a little YouTube ending and then start a new session immediately afterwards. I can probably grab a few items from this neighborhood before we get to that point. Yeah, no one says it's been an hour, including the housework. Undead Brant points out that I've been streaming this game for years. I guess that's true. If you on the longer scale, you're right. I have been streaming this game for years. Hello. Anyway. 50 cal? Why are you complaining about picking up 50 cal bullets, you jerk? Some people are just never happy. All right. Got this little house to... Oh, gosh! Okay. So I just barely got my cook. Okay, let's get out of here before... Oh, there's just so many zombies all of a sudden. What's going on? Dang.
I need to finish that one.
No, that's not the one I wanted to finish. Whatever. All right, so the question is... Do we think that Jonathan is capable of taking down a juggernaut with, what is this? Like 35 9mm bullets and a stack of 7.62. So yes, Brant is in the chat. The real Brant is in the chat, everybody who's interested. Let's see here. Outlandish Wolf asks if I noticed that they'd shared a couple of clips of a particular issue with me. I might or might not have. I'm not sure because I don't know what issue you're talking about. Sorry. I am very bad at keeping up with the chat, and so I might have missed what you originally said. Okay, so I think I'm going to try this. Oh, yes. I don't know what's wrong with this guy, but he's just letting this happen, and I'm on board. I forgot what buttons did for a second. He's like, whatever. They're bullets entering my brain. Don't care.
Time to reload.
Okay, I feel like maybe I'm not sure, but maybe this should be my my thumbnail for the video. Is like, what is up with this juggernaut? Anyway, it doesn't look like. I mean, I've hit him with a lot of 7.62. It looks like I feel like I should have seen head damage on him already. Like, I feel like maybe is he somehow like not even responding to? Wait, is there? Am I seeing a? Okay, no, that's just him. I thought I saw a blood bloater behind him. I was like, that doesn't seem right, but no, that's just his arm.
Looking juggernaut.
Oh, now he's serious. Nice. Okay, so was I just really close to staggering him that whole time? And I didn't realize it? Like, maybe he didn't actually have a bug preventing him from taking damage.
Time to reload.
Yeah. One thing I didn't bring any heals for this guy. That was a bad move. Like, seriously, I think this guy is going to die since I didn't bring him heals. Like, that's a very serious concern I now have. Is it possible to get on top of these guys? Okay. Yes. Yes, it is. Where'd the juggernaut go? Oh, there he is. Hi. What am I doing? I'm hitting the wrong button is what I'm doing. Okay, well, as long as he's stuck there. I'm cheesing juggernauts. That's what we're doing. First I was cheesing him because he couldn't perceive me. Now I'm cheesing him because he's stuck on geometry. Nice. There we go. The thing is, I think I'm going to be out of 7.62 before I get him all the way down. All right, here we go. How close can we get him to dead? I really don't want to lose this character right after getting him.
That's the sound of my last shot.
Okay, I feel like this is not the most effective way to be fighting a juggernaut. Like, since I can't zoom in on him, too many of my shots are gonna miss, I think. Like that one. I don't know if that one actually hit him. Was that his last stagger? Might have been. Okay, 11 more shots. Can I get him down
Magazine here.
to vulnerable with just 11 more shots? My guess is no. The answer is no. Okay, so let's try another cheese strategy. Oh, crap. I forgot there were so many other zombies here. So I'm just going to hit him with the back of the car. See if this does anything. Oh, funny. The music system thinks that I'm done with combat. There we go. 100 influence. Oh, yes. Cheesing juggernauts for the win. Well, Brant is just sitting here gifting people subscriptions to my channel like crazy. Thank you, Brant. I don't deserve your hospitality, Brant. But I will accept it anyway. Okay. I thought that was my turnoff, but it was not. No, my turnoff's up here. Okay, good. At some point, I should probably move to a larger base. I could probably use some of my like extra materials to, for instance, you know, craft some more large-scale facilities. But Wally's is just so nice. Thing is, I moved to Wally's mostly just to make it easier for me to vacuum up everything on the plateau. But I have vacuumed up literally everything on the plateau. So I should think about moving to a new base. The question is where. So let's come home, wrap up this trip, but then maybe that's the next thing we're going to worry about is where we're going to live in the future. Because Wally's, it's small. It's not going to cut it anymore. So the problem is, so Wally's is, it's a little bit skewed over to the right, so it gives me great access to this neighborhood, good access to this neighborhood, and this neighborhood. I could move to Knights, except it's got access to the same neighborhoods. I probably want to move over someplace like in this, like here, that's what I was looking for, the truck stop, Wheelhouse truck stop, because this is a whole area I have not even begun to vacuum up yet. So yeah, I think maybe that should be my long-term goal, and then eventually I'll probably end this community at the strip mall, taking over that neighborhood. So, okay, so I think for a while I should still keep grabbing everything on the east side of the map. But then once I've done that, then I should move over to the west side. So let's re-equip this character with some bullets so he's not completely dry. Oh, did I not? Oh, I grabbed 5.56 instead of 7.62. Whoops. 7.6. That's still 5.56, idiot. Okay. Let's grab some of that while I'm thinking of it. Again, attempting to catch up with the chat. There's just too much going on. I am not cut out for following a 74-person chat. I'm sorry. All right, let's grab some of this and some of that. All right, this guy's good. Next session, maybe we should switch back to Jaden the Millennial. I love this guy. He's my favorite. But that is a lot for us to have accomplished for one YouTube video. So I think... So for those of you who don't usually watch my channel, what I do is I'll usually stream for several hours, but I'll cut it up into individual YouTube videos. So at the end of each session, I'll put an end of a YouTube video, and it'll sound like I'm about to stop streaming. And a lot of people will be like, "See you later, Jeffrey," and they start leaving. And I'm like, so don't do that. I'm going to keep playing right now, but I'm going to do an ending for a YouTube video to sort of, cap things off. So if you want to subscribe to my YouTube channel, I'm going to stick a button on the end screen. I'll stick a link to the next State of Decay 2 video right there, so you can click that if you want to keep going. And some other garbage here. I don't know. Let's see what we do next.